So it was about after 10 weeks of being with Avatar Adidas Samraj. At that time, he was known by his family name, Franklin Jones. I felt I had to decide if I wanted to stay with Adida or go back with my prior guru, Paramahansa Yogananda, who I'd been studying with for 3 years. And I knew that if I actually chose to stay with Adida, I would be breaking an agreement with Yogananda, and I didn't want to do that. So I felt I actually had to have a consideration. But why was I with Paramahansa Yogananda? I had been with 3 years. I moved to one of his ashram communities in Northern California, which drew me to be with Adida. So I considered, well, Yogananda had a traditional Hindu teaching. There was a guru-devotee relationship, which I actually have a loving relationship with him and studied his teaching, appreciated everything about him. And he taught the seeking path of spiritual experiences. And I had some spiritual experiences, so I actually was totally in favor of his way. But when I met Franklin Jones, Avatar Adidas Samraj, he was saying something completely different. He was saying the one who seeks spiritual experiences has to be transcended because the spiritual experiences just bring something more to the ego to hold on to. And it's about the transcending of the ego that's more important. So I was considering the two paths. What was I going to do? And I just realized I had to stop thinking, drop the whole mind form, and just feel. And I felt, without a doubt, I had to be with Franklin Jones. Because Avatar Adida was opening my heart in his company. He was transmitting this love, radiant happiness, and his teaching was clearly profound. And I felt I had to be with him. So I decided I would write him a note and ask his permission to stay with him. I wrote a note, and I was about to have it sent over to his residence, but he turned out coming to the ashram soon after that. And when I saw him, I said, Franklin, because that's all we called him then. He called us his friends. And I said, Franklin, I felt I really do not want to go back to be with Yogananda. I want to stay with you. He didn't make much of it. He said, that's good. And I said, and to complete all my things hanging out with Yogananda, I'd like to go up to Ananda, Northern California, where I left a few things at his ashram, and pick them up so I could come back and be with you full time. And he said, well, when would you be willing, when are you going to do that? I said, well, I could leave on Friday day, and I could be back Sunday day or even Monday morning. And he said, well, that's good, but I was planning on opening the ashram, and it would have happened on a day that you wouldn't be here. And you wouldn't be here to help prepare for the opening. And now he was considering the opening of his ashram. So I didn't understand it at the time because to me it just seemed like a great, sweet relational gesture of, I'm going to open the ashram and, okay, no big deal, right? But in fact, what it was because of his realization, he was going to bring the 7-stage realization teaching to mankind, open the doors for the world to come in, to take on devotees, and to teach the teaching that would transcend all the previous teachings of all religions of all time, the completion of all of them, right? Which is possibly the possibility of transforming humankind, right? And he said, but since you won't be here, I'll wait until you come back. Now, immediately I felt that gesture of relational love and caring, relational quality was a proof, the evidence that I definitely had to be with him and not with Yogananda. So the ashram actually opened on April 25th, at 8 p.m., 1972. He called it Sri Hridayam Siddhashram. And it was like, I think, 2 days after the original intended opening day.